Based on what you've shared, I think we can find some great options for you. I'd love to schedule a property viewing appointment where we can show you some homes that match your criteria. Would you prefer a weekend or a weekday?
Let's see. I'd like to do a weekend, please.
What day and time this weekend would work best for your property tour?
Let's see. Could you do 2 p.m., please?
Let me check the availability for a property viewing appointment this weekend around 2 p.m. for you. We have availability this Sunday, July 6th from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m, so 2 p.m. works perfectly. I'll go ahead and book your property viewing appointment for Sunday, July 6th at 2 p.m. Your property viewing appointment is booked for Sunday, July 6th.
That wasn't a real person that I was just talking to. It was an AI agent handling outbound calls for a real estate agency, 24/7 in multiple languages with 0 human staff required. This is one of the few AI agents that helped transform a real estate firm's practice by automating 70% of their admin tasks, cutting costs in half, and increasing the conversion rate by 30%. And in this video, I'll walk you through a case study of a real estate firm that used AI agents, including this, to maximize their revenue while actually saving time and costs. If you want a comprehensive AI ecosystem like this built out for you, book a free discovery call down below. Let's get right into it.
Hi John, this is Sarah calling from Prime Realty Group. How are you today?
Good, thanks.
That's great to hear. You recently expressed interest in buying property through Facebook. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I just submitted my expression of interest like a minute ago.
Thanks for letting me know, John. To make sure I can help you find the right property efficiently, I need to ask a few important questions. Now a good time?
Yeah, now is a good time.
First, have you already been pre-approved by a lender for your home purchase?
Yep, just 2 days ago.
That's excellent, John. May I ask who your lender is and what your pre-approved amount is, if you don't mind sharing?
Yeah, my lender is Nebula Mortgage, and my pre-approved amount is $500,000.
Thank you for sharing that, John. I've noted that you are pre-approved with Nebula Mortgage for $500,000. Perfect. And just to check, are you currently working exclusively with another real estate agent?
So I have talked to other ones, but they all wasted my time or they didn't pick up the phone. So, yeah, you're the only person that responded.
I'm glad I could be the one to respond, John. So you're not currently under an exclusive agreement with any other agent, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Great. How soon are you looking to be in your new home?
As soon as possible.
Thanks, John. That sounds like a high priority timeline, which is great. Besides price, what are the top 3 most important things you're looking for in a home?
So I want to be in a nice area with good nature and a good community. I want to be close to the amenities like the restaurants and like the nice bars. And I also want just like a nice home where, you know, it feels like home.
Thank you for sharing those details, John. A nice area with good nature and community, close to amenities like restaurants and bars, and a home that feels welcoming. Got it. Based on what you've shared, I think we can find some great options for you. I'd love to schedule a property viewing appointment where we can show you some homes that match your criteria. Would you prefer a weekend or a weekday?
Let's see. I'd like to do a weekend, please.
Thanks, John. What day and time this weekend would work best for your property tour?
Let's see. Could you do 2 p.m., please?
Let me check the availability for a property viewing appointment this weekend around 2 p.m. for you. We have availability this Sunday, July 6th from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m, so 2 p.m. works perfectly. I'll go ahead and book your property viewing appointment for Sunday, July 6th at 2 p.m. Your property viewing appointment is booked for Sunday, July 6th.
Real estate agencies usually suffer from the following problems. So the first problem is a high inquiry volume. So they have overwhelming property inquiry volume that results in delayed responses. So it isn't uncommon for people to be put on hold for like 10, 20, 30 minutes during peak hours. And that becomes a huge burden and hassle for both the agency and also for the callers. And that also results in delayed responses. And the second problem is time-consuming repetitive tasks. So agents are often overwhelmed by routine, repetitive tasks. They want to be out there closing deals, meeting people, creating relationships. They don't want to be doing admin tasks. They don't want to be just sitting down on a computer all day, sending out emails or following up with leads who aren't even interested in the first place, following up with leads who were never going to buy in the first place. They want to be out there closing deals, but they can't do that because of the overwhelming routine and admin tasks. And another problem is limited hours. So clients often inquire outside business hours, and this can be exacerbated by time zone differences, especially if it's a nationwide firm and there are different time zones throughout the country. So that's the case for Australia and for the United States. So the limited hours, it can easily stack up. And also, if you call at 5:02 but it closes at 5, then your call is not going to get answered. Then you have to wait until the next day to get a response or to call back. And another problem is inconsistent information. So property details, they occasionally lack accuracy or detail, and information is often scattered around, so it's not centralized, and the information can be inconsistent. And the unanswered call rate by industry is extremely high. As you can see here in this chart, you can see that on average 43% of calls in real estate go unanswered. And so imagine just how many more leads that you could be reaching out to by simply answering all these calls that you miss. And let's put it at a conservative estimate. So as an example, let's just say 10% of them are phone leads that would have been converted. And let's say you got 100 calls, right? So you miss, let's just put it at 40. So you miss 40 calls and 4 of them would have converted. Then you miss out on the commission from the 4 leads that you could have converted. And that adds up to like tens of thousands of dollars in commission earnings. And so this should give you an idea of just how important it is to answer calls and what you're missing out on by simply not answering calls. So just think about how much you could gain by simply answering all the calls that you get or make all the calls that you need to make. So with this particular real estate firm that operated nationwide across the west and east coast, well, they suffered from several problems. First was their admin workload was out of control. So agents were overwhelmed with non-stop inquiries, scheduling calls, follow-ups, and manually entering everything into the CRM. And as a result, mistakes were piling up, appointments were missed, and productivity across the team took a massive hit. And second, response times were slow and inconsistent. So during peak hours, it wasn't uncommon for leads to wait hours for a response. And if somebody called after hours, they didn't hear back until the next morning, if at all. And by then, they'd often already spoken to another agent or agency. And some leads, they were being contacted once or twice, then forgotten, or they were never followed up at all in the first place. There was no consistency, no structure, and there was no way to tell which leads were still hot and which ones had gone cold. And it was difficult to distinguish who was a serious lead and who was simply a time waster. So deals were dying not because of competition, but because of disorganization. And the agency was also losing clients due to language barriers. So they operated in multicultural cities with high demand from non-English speaking buyers. But most of their staff could only speak English, and they didn't have staff members that were fluent in other languages. So when Chinese speaking or Spanish speaking buyers called that weren't very good at English, there was no one to help them, and it was a very inconvenient journey for them. And those clients, they simply went elsewhere to other agents that spoke Chinese or Spanish. And finally, their best agents, they weren't selling. They were just stuck doing admin. So the people who were best at closing deals were spending hours on the phone with unqualified leads, doing manual, repetitive admin tasks, or they were answering the same questions over and over again. They were frustrated, the team was stretched thin, and they knew something had to change before they burnt out or lost more business. So here's what happened. A squad of multilingual AI voice agents that could handle inbound and outbound calls 24/7 were implemented. That means no more missed inquiries at 8 p.m. or 2 a.m. or 5:02. So as a result, no more clients were falling through the cracks because no one spoke their language or because they called like 2 minutes after closing time. And there was no stress about covering weekends or holidays. Whether it was 2 p.m. or 2 a.m., English or Espanol, the AI picked up every single time. And second, we automated the entire lead qualification and booking process. So when a new inquiry came in through their Facebook ads or through their website or whatever, the AI responded literally within 60 seconds. It asked pre-screening questions to understand their needs and only booked calls or showings with serious pre-qualified buyers. That saved agents hours every week and kept them focused on closing, not chasing. And third, the AI was trained to give personalized property recommendations. So if a buyer was looking for a 3-bedroom in downtown, the AI could instantly suggest matching listings, just like a junior agent would. It was fast, accurate, and tailored to their preferences. And fourth, everything was integrated with the CRM in real time. So every call, every conversation, every lead, they were automatically logged, tagged, and updated. So there were no more sticky notes, no more forgotten follow-ups. Everything was clean, trackable, and ready for the team to take action. And most importantly, this wasn't a cookie-cutter solution. The AI was trained to speak in their brand voice, understand real estate terminology, and sound like a professional agent, not a robot. So when buyers called, they didn't feel like they were talking to a script or a bot. They felt like they were talking to somebody who could actually help. And this AI ecosystem didn't just improve their operations, it changed how they worked, how they scaled, how they served clients without adding to their lead or workload. A 4-step process was followed. First was discovery and analysis. So the inquiry volumes and the inquiries themselves were assessed to train the data and to understand what exactly we needed to build and train the AI for maximum support, and also determine the need for multilingual support and which languages needed priority. So we found that building an agent that can speak all languages wasn't optimal. It was best to find a few languages and make them really good rather than having them speak like broken like Romanian or broken like German or whatever. So that was the first part. So we needed to collect all the information and inquiry. So we needed to collect all the necessary information and the tech stack for a clear strategy and plan. And the second part was development and integration. So this is where the AI voice agents were built and customized and integrated with the CRMs for seamless operations. So whenever an AI agent interacted with another client, another lead, all the right information was collected from the interactions and they were logged to the CRM accordingly and updated it accordingly. So if a lead had converted, then it updated the CRM automatically. So a person didn't have to do anything at all. The AI agent did everything. So the AI agents were basically like human employees, but they were AI. And phase 3, well, this was testing and optimization. So we can't just build out an AI agent and just release it into the wild. So this was a very crucial, important stage. So we spent weeks testing and optimizing the AI agents. So we tested it for response accuracy, speed, and relevance. This was all very important. So speed was, for convenience, and because nobody wants to wait 5 seconds for an AI agent to respond. So we had to optimize for speed and also for the accuracy as well. So it needed to convey and tell the caller the correct relevant information. It shouldn't be telling callers that a 3-bedroom home in Miami was available for $2 million when it's not even available in the first place. Or if it's already been sold, it shouldn't be telling people that it's still available. And we had to test and optimize the AI agents to ensure that they sounded human and to keep people engaged and make sure that they were getting what they wanted. So that was very crucial. And the thing is, AI agents, they are amazing, but they have to be made well, because if they're not built well, then it's going to backfire and it's going to really hurt your image. So we take this phase very, very seriously. So if you do work with us, then you can be assured that we're going to take the time and effort to really test and optimize the agents to reflect you and your brand in the best way possible. And finally, there was launch and support. So the AI agents were deployed into a live environment with continuous performance monitoring and adjustments as needed. So during the first 2 to 4 weeks, we monitored the agents to ensure that they were performing well and as expected, and to ensure that it wasn't making any mistakes, and if it did, that we would rectify them immediately. Because the first 4 weeks is the most important, and they needed to see that the AI was working and that it would transform their business. So this was the most important part, and it should be the most important part of any deployment or project. And so what were the results like? Well, they were game-changing, to say the least. So 70% of tasks were automated thanks to the AI agents and automation streamlining operations and updating the CRMs and systems accordingly and accurately. So that resulted in agent productivity going up by 60%. Thanks to having 70% of admin tasks automated, agents spent less time booking calls and more time closing deals. And response times improved by 99% basically. So every lead got a reply within 60 seconds, no matter the time, no matter the language. They were capturing interest while it was still hot, and conversion rates increased by 30% because the AI agents only booked qualified interested leads. So the show-up rates went up and so did deals. And revenue grew by 25% thanks to more qualified showings, faster follow-ups, and no missed leads. They closed more clients without working more hours. And furthermore, with bilingual capabilities, communication between the agency and also the buyers who weren't very good in English was much smoother, and they had a better experience. And also, client satisfaction improved by 35%. Buyers love the instant response, the 24/7 availability, and the helpful guidance, even if they called late at night. And even better, it provided accurate answers, so people were very happy with what they were getting. And operational costs, well, it dropped by half basically, so a 55% drop in operational costs. They didn't need to hire more admin staff to scale. The AI handled the volume without burnout, without sick days, or any excuses. And everything from call handling to follow-ups to CRM updates was faster, smoother, and more consistent. So this wasn't just automation. This was a smarter way to run a real estate business, and it gave them a massive edge over their competition. And now I'll show you another demo. This one is for a inbound receptionist.
Good afternoon, Pacific Horizons Realty Group. This is Maria speaking. How may I assist you today?
Hey Maria, so I'm looking for a 2-bedroom condo in Miami for a residential home. I was just wondering if you have any available right now.
Thank you for reaching out. We do have residential condos in Miami, including 2-bedroom options. While I can't guarantee specific availability over the phone, I can certainly check our current listings and connect you with one of our residential specialists who can provide
Yeah,
detailed
sure. Can you
information.
please tell me which condos you have available?
Certainly. I have a couple of 2-bedroom condos currently listed in Miami.NY. A modern condo with rooftop access, 1,600 square feet. 2 bathrooms, 1 car garage, about 3 years old, located at 2223 Grand Avenue. A downtown condo with city views, 1,200 square feet, 1 bathroom, 1 car garage, about 5 years old, located at 5678 Hollywood Avenue. Would you like me to arrange a viewing appointment or connect you with a residential agent who can provide more details and assist you further?
Yeah, I'd like more details on the first one, please.
The first condo at 2223 Grand Avenue is a modern condo with rooftop access. It features 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms spanning 1,600 square feet. The property is about 3 years old and includes a 1-car garage. It's located in a vibrant neighbourhood, ideal for comfortable living with convenient access to local amenities. For pricing details,
This sounds
viewing
perfect.
options, I can connect.
Excuse me. So yeah, this
glad
sounds
to hear
perfect. This sounds perfect. Could you please organize a viewing for me?
I'd be happy to schedule a viewing appointment for you with one of our residential agents who specialises in condos. May I have your full name, best phone number, and email address to confirm the appointment? Also, do you have a preferred date and time for the viewing?
So what you just saw is a demo of the real estate inbound receptionist. So now just imagine this AI voice agent taking all your inbound calls for you 24/7. So you only need to talk to the people that are actually qualified and interested and ready to go. And so you don't have to answer the same question a million times a day. And also, just for your interest, this is only a demo for the purpose of this video. So when I actually build a real one out for you, if you do work with me, I'll build something that's 10 times better than this. This is only scratching the surface. So if you use this, you will never have to worry about missed calls or missed leads ever again. And the only thing that you'll need to focus on is talking to the qualified leads that are ready to go, that will not waste your time, and focus on closing deals and creating relationships. So if you're tired of missed leads, long hours, and chasing unqualified buyers, here's what to do next. So if you want this exact system built out for you and your business, then book a free discovery call down below. We'll walk you through how this AI ecosystem works and how it can be customized to fit your agencies. We'll walk you through exactly how this AI ecosystem works and how it can be customized to fit your business's exact workflow and systems. And if you're a good fit, we'll build it for you end to end. So that includes your AI voice agents, smart automations, CRM synchronization, and everything you need to convert more leads without adding more work. And if you prefer to learn and build at your own pace, then join our free school community, the AI Avengers, down below. You'll get access to AI templates, voice agent examples, training, and a network of business owners already scaling with AI. Or if you want a one-on-one consulting program from me to see how AI can work for you and your business and get personalized advice and a step-by-step roadmap and strategy for AI, fill out the form down below. This isn't about replacing agents. It's about giving your team the competitive edge of being everywhere all the time without burning out. So book your free call now and let's build your competitive edge together.